You're listening to Living Free, your podcast for a life full of freedom and magic. I'm your host, Tanja Hirsch, and I hope that every time you listen, you feel a little bit more inspired to follow your intuition and to create a life beyond your wildest dreams. Welcome back to the Living Free podcast, and today I have a special episode on top of my normal episodes for you, where I share my last live full moon ceremony that you can do for this full moon or any other full moon that's coming, to come back into alignment with your truth, what feels true to you, what your intuition is telling you, and what changes need to be done to get you back into alignment with that truth in your life. And sometimes that means to let go of things, of people, of situations that we so desperately hold on to really come back into the flow of your life and to stop the hustleness and things that feel hard and things we grasp onto because of the fear of the unknown. And I know how challenging this can be. That's why I offer this full moon ceremony for you to come back to whenever you feel you're out of alignment, and because that's the whole topic. My heart spins around these weeks, these months, and this is also an invitation. If this resonates and you feel you want to dive deeper and you feel your life right now is really not in alignment, if you're really honest and you really drop into your desires and you feel like, wow, I've been lying to myself for quite a while because I've been afraid of the changes, this is my invitation for you to join my upcoming offer, Soul Aligned. I just shared my masterclass. You can still watch the replay of the missing piece, where I dive into the missing piece of your manifestation, how you become a magnet for your desires rather than trying to get it from a place of lack and neediness, so you can really get what you want and don't stop if there's things coming up and fear coming up and suppressed emotions coming up, that little voice in your mind that tells you you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you should stop, there's already so many people out there doing that, you will never get what you want. We all know this little voice, and if you feel you really want to get there, you want to go for it, and you don't want to do it alone, then this is the program for you. We start mid-September until mid-December, a 3 months deep dive into your soul. It's a deep healing journey, an embodiment journey, where you really get to the root cause of what made you establish these patterns and limiting beliefs in the first place, so they won't stop you along the way. And I share a lot about this topic on my Instagram, on this podcast right now. So if you've been following and you feel this resonance inside your soul that you are ready for this path and you want a group of women on the same journey as you to support you, you want a mentor by your side, we have 8 live sessions. You will have embodiment practices that I call devotion work, that you do at home a few minutes a day, that really get you into your body, to imprint new neural pathways and beliefs that will support your growth and won't make you stop if other people project their fear, if your own mind comes in, if your own deep-rooted wounds come up. And yeah, I know what I'm talking about because I've been through this so many times by now, in leaving Germany, moving to the other side of the world, by leaving relationships that didn't feel aligned, by leaving friends that didn't feel aligned anymore, by leaving a country and following my soul's calling, leaving a job that was not aligned with my soul, even though it was safe and it paid the bills. I just knew it in my soul that this is not the reason why I'm here, and this course wouldn't exist if I didn't have found the courage to really go for it and make my dream a reality. And I'm still landing in my dream every single day, living and waking up in paradise and having the ocean close by and being so immersed in nature and in tune with my deepest desires, where for the first time in my life I don't allow my mind to rule my life, but to listen to my body, to honor my needs, to be safe and to feel safe in my body, to express myself, to feel sensual and creative, to be in my power and to share from that place, to have energy, to share my heart, to feel vulnerable and to speak my truth, to trust my intuition. All of these things, we're going to realign your whole system to your true essence, the woman that you were born to be, and that society and your upbringing and your life might have caused you to forget who you truly are. So you put on a few layers of conditioning that, it's time to release them. So if you feel, yes, I trust this subtle little inner knowing that knows this is the next step for my growth, I'm ready for this path, and I desire to have women on the same journey as me. And believe me, I would have paid so much money if I knew I wasn't alone on this path. And I think that's the reason why I created it also, because I know how freaking magical it is if you have someone on the same journey as you, and you see you're not alone in these fears that come up that might feel overwhelming. If you feel you're not alone with the parts of yourself that feel unlovable and unworthy, and we grow through this together. And I can't wait for this journey to begin. Send me a private message. I would love to have a conversation with you if this is a perfect fit. And now we're gonna dive into the full moon ceremony. And I cut out the breath work because of safety reasons. I only guide breathwork journeys when I'm in the room with the people, either live or I see their bodies on camera, because it's a very powerful, transformative tool that I wouldn't share just like this on a podcast. So don't be surprised. We're gonna dive, after my sharing part, I'm gonna dive right into the meditation. You will need a piece of paper and a pen and a candle to burn at the fire ritual in the end. And you can also listen to the sharings at the end. It's really powerful to be in these live sessions, but also you will feel the energy of the space right now in the recording. So enjoy the full moon ceremony, and I would love to hear how it landed, what is alive for you, what you saw, what you felt. I know these sessions can be very activating, so I would love to hear how it was for you. So welcome to everyone. I'm going to share a little bit about the structure so you can also surrender into your feminine and feel safe, and to just drop yourself into this experience, to be open whatever comes up. So the ceremony is all about connecting to your truth and to your alignment with your soul. And this is what came through yesterday for me. And I'm going to share more about my experience of yesterday in a bit, but I'm going to just share a bit what I'm going through right now and what that means for me. And then I'm going to guide you through a little breathwork journey. It's just a little glimpse of what this powerful practice can offer. And my goal is, hello Mano, to really get you into your body, because we spend so much time in our head, and that's exactly what's keeping us from being in our body and from being connected to our truth, because the mind can be very convincing. And after that, we will drop into the ceremony where I will guide you through a deep meditation where you might meet your truth and this version that already knows. Because when we honestly already know what's true for us, but we are too afraid, and we settle and we compromise, and then we convince ourselves that we're living in truth, but actually we're not. And I would really open the space for you to feel what's what's true in your heart right now, in your soul, that comes from within, and that doesn't make sense from the outside, but that really feels, it comes from a pure place of truth. And after that, we will do a little sharing. That's my favorite part. I would like to hear your experience, what you saw, what you felt, what you feel needs to change in order to realign your life with your truth. And in the end, I have 2 offers for you if you want to dive deeper, if you feel like this work really resonates with you, and how I can support you on this journey. But the end is really optional. If you feel you just want to take the ceremony, that's totally fine. Okay. So before we start, I would like to ground the energy of the circle in. So I invite you to just close your eyes, find a comfortable seated position. Make any readjustments in your body that make it really comfortable for you to sit straight. We're just going to sit for 2 or 3 minutes. And then allow the weight of your body to really drop you into your seat. So release any tension in your hips, in your thighs, in your legs. Any holding on, let it go with your next exhalation. Lengthen your spine. Open your heart space a little bit. If it helps, you can roll your shoulders up and back so you create space in your chest, in your heart. And from here, place one hand on your womb space, so your lower belly, and one hand on your heart space at the center of your chest. And just take a moment to feel how your breath is flowing in this moment right now. In which hand are you breathing in more? Is it more the upper part of your body? Is it the lower part? And especially as women, we hold so much tension in our lower bellies that prevents us from receiving the wisdom of our bodies, of our womb space, that prevents us from feeling safe in our own temple. And I want to invite you to really relax your lower belly into your hand. And sometimes there's a little resistance, but we all have our eyes closed. No one sees your belly. Really relax your belly, like you're inflating a balloon with your inhale into your hand. And take a few deep breaths, beginning into your lower belly. So you breathe into your lower hand, really expanding that area. And then you breathe all the way up into your chest. And when you're completely full, you hold your breath for a second. And then open your mouth side out until you're completely empty. We do it 2 more times. Inhale into your lower hand, into your chest, your upper hand. And when you're completely full, hold your breath. And release, let it go, side out. Make a sound as you exhale and drop even deeper into your body. Ground yourself. One last time, deep inhalation into your lower belly, into your womb space, all the way up into your chest. Hold it here. And release. Bring your lower hand on top of your upper hand, so both of your hands are on your heart center right now. And just take a moment to feel what's present in your heart space in this moment. How do you really feel in your body right now? You drop the masks, the pretending. What is moving inside of you? And everything is welcome today in the space. Maybe there's sadness, maybe there's anger, maybe there's joy, curiosity. Maybe you feel nothing, and that's totally fine too. We're not always connected. And I want you to set one intention for the ceremony that comes up intuitively for you. And create your intention the way as if it's already happened. I am living in alignment with my truth. I am open to trust and listen to my intuition. Whatever comes up for you right now, trust it. Beautiful. Stay connected to your intention while you slowly, slowly come back into your body. Feel the groundedness through your seat that connects you to the earth. Release your hands back on your thighs or your knees. And take all the time you need to blink your eyes back open to arrive in the space with openness, curiosity. So again, welcome to this ceremony. And if you know my work, these ceremonies are, I think one of my favorite things in the world. And I had no idea I would be teaching this at one point. I was always attracted to the spiritual world because I could feel a lot since I was a child. And then there was a time where I did my magic. But there was a time in my life where I didn't live in alignment with that truth, where I remember one New Year's Eve where I did a ceremony with my friends, but we did it in the other room and we were hiding from the party that was going on. And we did this little fire ceremony and burned, it was like, I don't know, 6 years ago. And we burned our papers and threw it out of the window, and the other people could see it. And they asked us, like, what did you do? And we were like, oh, girl stuff. And I was so afraid to share what was really moving my heart, what was really changing my world, because I was afraid of being judged and of other people's opinion. I was a school teacher back then, and I was terrified to death to really share this because I thought they might think I'm a woo-woo witch, and they would tell in the whole school. And now I'm proud of being a woo-woo witch, and I created this life in alignment. But it takes courage to really align your life with what's moving inside of you. And for a really long time, I was bridging between what's true for me and where I could express this side in my yoga teachings. And even there, I was still holding back because there was a lot of teachers coming to my class, and I was still, when I felt something comes through and I wanted to channel and speak my truth, I could feel this blockage because my fear of being judged was still too big. And now I'm like, if something comes, I just speak it out because I released that fear of being judged. I had to go through this by even in so many situations that now I can say I'm really free from the fear of being judged. And sometimes we have to make a fool out of ourselves to really see we cannot be someone for everyone. And if it's really what's moving inside of you, you will find a way to make this your reality, to realign your life with that. And I knew that I was supposed to do something different than being a school teacher, but I didn't listen to these little whispers of my soul. And we all know these little whispers that tell us
quit that job, leave that relationship. And I ignored these whispers for a very long time in my career as a teacher. I was sitting in my chair and watching the clock, counting the hours until my next vacation was happening. And I heard this voice very clearly. It said, "You're supposed to be here for something bigger. You're not supposed to be in Germany. You have to change the world, but you can't do this if you stay here." And I knew I had to leave this job, but because it was so safe and so comfortable for me, I stayed and I ignored the whispers until they became louder. And it went from this little subtle whisper to a really loud drumbeat, to a really loud screaming, until my body forced me to stop. And that's the thing. We can ignore our truth, what's really moving inside our soul, for a very long time from our mind. But at one point, if you're really destined to do something bigger in this planet, and I'm sure if you're here, you know there's something bigger for you waiting. At one point, you won't have a choice. And that's why I'm so passionate to empower women to make that choice before shit hits the fan. And I had a burnout. My body really forced me to drop everything until I couldn't do it anymore. And that extended to so many areas in my life. I had a yoga studio with my ex-partner, and it was a really toxic relationship and a really narcissistic person. And I stayed even though my intuition was screaming at me, leave and run and don't stay. He will crush your soul. And I knew that. And even though I did, I stayed because I was too afraid, until also shit hit the fan and I had no other choice but to leave. I could have stayed, but at that point, there was no turning back. And that's when I realized my intuition is always right. Even though if it's not what we want to hear, it's always 100% right. And we all know the answers deep inside of us, but it's so convenient to stay. It's so easy to just find the reasons why we should be happy, we should be grateful, we can make it work. But if your soul is longing for something bigger, then this is the path to go, to lean into the discomfort. And in that moment of my breakdown, the last day I worked as a school teacher, I remember hearing that voice, and I get emotional telling this because I felt guilty almost that I was ignoring it for so long, even though I knew. And then I made a promise in that moment that I will never ignore that intuition again. And even though I've been devoting my life, if you know my story, I came to Morea by listening to that voice. I've never been here before. I still end up in these situations where I ignore my intuition, and I know how it feels to be trapped, and I know how it feels to find all the reasons why it should work and why we should be happy. And yesterday when I did my own little ceremony, looking at the full moon, and here you don't have a choice. You live so close to nature, you receive the energy of nature and the energy of the moon. And it was really bringing all what was not in alignment with my truth to the surface. And it related to my business and my love life at the moment. And it's too early to share about the love life because there's changes that need to be done. And it's easy to leave someone that is toxic, but it's really hard to leave someone who's really kind. I did not plan to cry today. But as I was crying to the moon yesterday, feeling this desire in my heart for truth, for true connection, for my true desire for a sacred union, this higher truth really dropped into my body, and it landed in every cell of my being. And what was true for me, now I shared a little bit about it, but what I actually wanted to share was about my business, that I realized I've been leaking my energy. I know exactly who my soul clients are. I know exactly who I want to work with, who's ready to receive my transmissions. And I have a lot of these clients in my field. But I'm guiding a retreat in Morea in August, and I planned this in the beginning of the year. And from the beginning, I had this vision of 8 women really transforming their lives and leaving as an authentic version, connected to their white soul, releasing all these layers. And I still hold this vision. And I think I had 30 applications for it, a lot of DMs, a lot of calls, a lot of conversations about it. And 27 of them either ghosted or said, no, it's too expensive. And part of me wanted to convince them, like, if you feel this is the retreat for you, you can make it work. And I almost found myself giving more discount and to deny my truth, because in my heart, I know this retreat is going to be so powerful, and the money I charge for it, it's not little, but it's nothing compared to the transformation it will deliver. And I felt my energy was leaking by convincing these people. And maybe you know this in your life also, when you know what's true for you, but then you compromise. And it really dropped in that I can't be like that. If I want to call in my soul clients, I can't feed the ones that are not meant to be there. And that requires a shit ton of leaning into not knowing and not having. Because if I don't fill this retreat up, I might end up paying on top of it. And that right now I'm detached from it, and that would be okay. But a few weeks ago, I was terrified, like, oh my God, I need to fill this retreat. I can't make minus, and all the scarcity mindset kicked in. But yesterday it really kicked in that I just need to trust that vision, even if it means to expand my capacity and to really lean into the version that holds that vision with faith and trust. And this applies to your business, to your love life. If you if you take the step and you find the courage because you feel what's true to you, and you take the step and you leave your partner, you leave the job, you don't know what's waiting on the other side. That's the scary thing for our mind. And that's why so many people go back into another job, even though they know they're here for more, because it's scary to be in the space of not knowing and not having. And then we settle out of comfort, and we allow the unknown to terrify us and to paralyze us. And it really requires us to say no to anything that is not in alignment with that truth. And that's easy said, but it's so hard sometimes if it means we have to leave a person we love, if it means we have to say no to opportunities that might bring money, but that's not in alignment with our soul. And that's exactly what I want to dive into today's ceremony, to connect you to your truth and to feel into that, to lean into the discomfort of not knowing and not having. Can you trust that version of you that you want to become? Can you trust your career that you're supposed to take, your soul path, even though you don't see the numbers on your bank account yet, you don't see the results, the clients coming in, but you believe so much in you that you can lean into the void of not knowing and stand there and hold yourself and being okay and not being leaky and like having one night stands if you leave your boy because breadcrumbs of love feel better than nothing. Can you be okay with investing in your future self by investing in mentors in a program because you believe in yourself, because you feel in your bones that it's waiting for you, that it's true for you? And that requires to step into the stretchiest version of ourselves. And I know that this can be so freaking scary, but it's the only way we can really live a life that's in alignment with our soul and how we can get into our power, because we can't be in our power if we are leaky in our energy, if we don't stand up for ourselves. And for me, the 3 things that are really important on this journey to live a soul-aligned life is really the alignment with what's true for you and the courage to take action, the courage to say no to things that are not in alignment, and also to really connect back. Is this still in alignment? Sometimes things are in alignment a few days ago and today I feel different. until yesterday I thought I really want to be with my man. And then I realized, even though it checks all the boxes and he's the greatest man I've ever been with, my soul longs for a deeper connection. And that requires big changes. And same for my retreats and my clients. I promise to myself I will only accept the ones that are excited to pay me, because they know the magic and the transformation they receive being in my energy. And I want to invite you to reflect on that as well. Like, what are the changes in your life? Where do you need to have stronger boundaries? Where do you need to say no, or to be more honest to yourself, what your heart desires and not what your mind thinks it should look like, and our parents expect from us, but what is true from your soul, from your heart? Okay, as always, I shared more than I wanted to. And now you can forget about all of that, because we're gonna drop into your beautiful, beautiful goddess temple. We begin, and you can close your eyes, drop into your body again. You can release your hand or leave it on your body. And there's nothing you can do wrong. There's nothing you have to think of. You can just surrender your body into this experience and allow your mind to switch off for a bit. Okay. So take one deep inhale through your nose to begin. Make a sound side out, release any tension in your shoulders, in your face, in your jaw. And we start this journey on top of a beautiful stairway guiding you down. So imagine you standing at the top step of these stairs, guiding you somewhere. You don't know where it goes, but you can feel excitement and curiosity in your body. And before you go down these stairs, I want you to remember your intention for today's ceremony. Why are you here today? And to really feel that intention in every cell of your being. In your mind, in your heart, in your womb, and in every single cell of your body. And this stairway has 10 steps that guide you to your inner world. And we take these steps together. And as you take the first step, you breathe in through your nose, into your belly, into your chest. And you exhale through your mouth, and you relax even deeper into your being. You take the second step and you breathe in through your nose, out through the mouth. Third step, deep inhalation. As you exhale, you surrender even deeper into your body. Fourth step, inhalation. And on the exhale, you can feel your muscles relaxing. Fifth step, deep inhalation. And let it go. Take the next step. You breathe in and release. Next step. Inhalation and let it go. Feel your body relaxing deeper and deeper. Eighth step. Inhalation and let it go. Sink deeper and deeper into your body. Second last step. Breathe in. Relax your lower belly and let it go. Beautiful. Last step. Inhalation and surrender. Let it go. And as you walk forward, you can see a huge, beautiful, radiant door appearing in front of you. It's the most beautiful door you've ever seen. And even though you don't know what's waiting for you on the other side, you can feel this openness and curiosity, this excitement bubbling up in your belly. You can see the color, the shape, every single detail of that door. You take your left hand to open the door. And as the door opens, all you see is a white, shining light that turns out to be white, shining fog. And as you step through the door, even though you can't see anything, you can feel this trust that whatever is waiting for you on the other side is exactly what you need to know right now. It will guide you deeper to your truth. And as you stay calm and peaceful inside, releasing any control of knowing, there's no need to know. There's only trust, faith, and surrender to the experience. And you can feel a golden string next to you. And you grab the string very gently and you walk along this golden thin string. It guides you wherever you need to go. So you walk with trust, openness, and excitement in your body. And this string guides you to a huge cliff. The fog disappears, the string disappears, and you're exactly where you need to be. This is your comfort zone, and your inner world is waiting in front of you. And when you look down, it might feel scary, it might feel overwhelming, but deep inside you know that you are ready for this path right now, that your whole story guided you here. And you can see a little bridge guiding you to the other side of that cliff. And before you walk over this little hanging bridge, you can feel something heavy around your neck, something that is keeping you stuck, that is keeping you out of alignment, and you have this urge to release it from your body. And when you look down, you can see this chain with a pendant hanging around your neck. And without even thinking, you take it out of your neck, take it away from your head into your hand, and you can feel the heaviness, the texture. And you know exactly what it is that is keeping you small, keeping you stuck, keeping you in a life that is not in alignment with who you truly are. And you just drop it. You drop it, and you can see it falling down. And you can feel the lightness, the ease in your body that is required for you to walk this path. And you are ready for it. You're ready for expansion, for growth. And you take the first step on this little hanging bridge, and you walk with confidence, openness, and trust to the other side. And even if it might be swinging, even if it might feel unknown, you already embody that version that knows, that lives in truth. You stop telling yourself the same story over and over again. You can finally see your essence, you can feel it. And then you reach the other side, step the first foot on the land, just waiting here. And when you look down your feet, you can see and you can feel that you are barefoot. And as you're walking on this beautiful green grass, you can feel the connection to the earth. You can feel that you are part of the earth. And as you keep going, you can see a beautiful, beautiful forest appearing in front of you. You can smell the trees. And you can feel that you walk different. Become aware of what you're wearing right now, how you carry yourself. And you walk through the forest. Maybe you see little animals, different shades of green, different kinds of trees. And as you keep on going, full of trust and openness, knowing that you will receive exactly what you're ready to receive. The shape of the forest changes in this huge space opening in front of you. You can feel the sun rays on your skin. You can feel the grass underneath you. And you can hear a river flowing next to you. You feel home in this place. You feel complete. It feels familiar, safe. You feel the urge to sit down on the ground to connect even deeper to the earth, to feel the connection to the ground, to give thanks to Mother Earth that is carrying you every step of your way, supporting you, grounding you, bringing you back to your truth. And as you're sitting here in pure gratitude and admiration for this piece of earth you're sitting on, you can see a white, radiant light appearing from a distance. And it's the most beautiful light you've ever seen in your entire life. It's shining so bright that it's almost blinding you. And as it comes closer, you can feel something inside of you resonating with it. You can feel that this light is part of you. You might have had glimpses of it in the past. You might have never seen it before. And as it comes closer, you can see that this light is your highest self, the version of you that is full of love, that already knows all the answers to your questions, that knows your purpose, the version of you that is shining unapologetically, no matter who it's blinding. It doesn't dim because it makes other people comfortable. It doesn't dim because it's afraid to be judged, to disappoint people. This version is connected to your true essence on the deepest soul level. And your highest self sits in front of you, takes a seat, and looks into your eyes. Notice how your body is resonating by simply looking at her, knowing that this in reality has always been you. No matter how many layers of doubt, worries, and fear were surrounding it. Maybe you feel guilt, shame that you have forgotten this version. Maybe you can't even look into her eyes. Maybe you're grateful for her presence. And by simply being in her presence, you can feel what is not in alignment with your truth, with your essence, with this shining, radiant light and your truest heart's desires in your life right now. There's no sugarcoating anymore. The mask drops right now. What reveals itself? What changes need to be done? Where are you holding on? Where are you dimming your light? Where are you not trusting the version of you that you want to become? Connect with her on the deepest level and soak the wisdom into your body, connecting you with your own truth on a soul level. And you know deep in your bones, it is time for you to shine. You know exactly what has been the comfort zone you've been holding onto. Your highest self gets up, stands on her feet, and helps you to get up as well. And she guides you to the river that is flowing next to you with its pure, pristine waters, flowing in perfect harmony. And you can see that you've been holding onto the shore of this river, that this shore has been your comfort zone. And maybe this comfort zone is the place you live in. Maybe it is a person, a job, something that was too comfortable to give up. But you can feel in your bones that your destiny is bigger than that, and it requires you to lean into the unknown. It requires you to let go of control, of having it all figured out in your mind. And you lay down on the shore of this river, connecting one last time to this comfort zone, feeling how cozy and familiar it feels to just lay here, just to settle and to compromise being here. But when you look at your higher self, it doesn't feel aligned anymore to be here. You know you have to trust your own destiny, your own path, because you are here to make a difference in this world, to create a movement, to serve people, to create a planet that is in harmony, especially right now. You know it is time for you to let go of the comfort of the known and step into the unknown. And you slowly roll or walk or dive from the shore, from your comfort zone into this flowing, beautiful, radiant river. Maybe you have to close your eyes to do that. Maybe you can do it with confidence. And as you lean into the flow of this river, you see your highest self being proud of you. She's celebrating you for finally saying yes to your soul's calling, to your bigger mission. And you can feel while you're floating here that there's something really big waiting for you, and all you need to do is trust and take aligned action, and to surrender to a path that cannot be created from the mind, a path that comes from your soul. And you notice how good it feels to flow, to be in flow, to be in alignment with your soul. And you feel that you have been ready all the time. And this was exactly what you needed to see and to feel, to finally be radical honest with yourself. Good. And you slowly make your way out of the river with ease and joy and confidence. And you walk through the forest with all the new wisdom, the new insights that you gained through this journey. And you will reach the little bridge that brings you back. And you walk over this bridge. As this new version of you, connected to your highest self. Connected to your own truth, what's true for you that comes from within. And you walk back to the other side through the white fog. Back through the door from your spiritual inner world back into your body. And you close that door by knowing you can always return to the space. You walk up the stairs, and every step makes you feel excited to take action, makes you feel confident in your own essence. And as you reach the top, you keep on walking as you slowly return into your body, into this moment, and ground your energy in. Feel your body, your breath. Feel the connection to your sitting bones. And before we open our eyes, take one last moment to integrate what is the thing, the person, the situation, the country, whatever it came up for you that you were holding onto, what it is that you need to let go of today in order to create a life that is in alignment with your soul. What are you ready to release, or at least take the first step into this direction today? Bring your hands in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale into your chest, into your heart space. As you exhale, bow your head towards your fingertips and simply give thanks to the wisdom of your higher self, the wisdom of your intuition, your soul. Give thanks for remembering your own magic that can only shine if you align your life with your truth. Will always be covered if you stay out of comfort. And whenever you're ready, take all the time you need to arrive back in the space. And before your mind kicks in, I invite you to grab your pen and paper and to write that thing down. What are you ready to release today? What needs to go in order for your life to realign with your truth? And you can take your time to journal about it more after the ceremony and to write everything down that comes up. This is more like a symbolic burn of what needs to let go right now. So take your piece of paper when you're ready. I'm gonna give you 1 more minute to finish your sentence. And if you're inside, just be aware that you have a fire alarm at your ceiling, so don't make the paper too big. I've had this happen before. So the smaller, it can also be a symbol or a word that stays representative for what you're letting go right now. And we say the smoke that appears when we burn the paper is the symbol of the transitioning between the material world and the spiritual world. And that's why it's so powerful if we watch it burn and we really connect to this transition. And it symbolizes that you are really ready and that you are here today to let it go. So before we burn it, I invite you to place your piece of paper between your palms and bring your palms in front of your heart. And connect one more time to the version of you that you are without this person, this thing, this country, whatever is written on your paper. So connect to your why. Why are you letting go of it today? Who are you trusting to become? What is your vision? So you can stay grounded in that decision, even if it might be very uncomfortable to take action. Even if it means to lean into that void of not knowing and to be okay with it, to be okay in the discomfort, to release the control and to give it to your soul. And then take that piece of paper and hold it into the flame and really see it burning. See the smoke transitioning the paper into smoke, into something that disappears. When you're ready, you can close your eyes one more time and be in the energy of this version of you, celebrating yourself for the courage. You can stay here for another minute with your eyes closed. If you need to take a break to pee, we're gonna meet in about 1 or 2 minutes for the sharing. So whatever feels intuitively aligned right now. Maybe there's words coming through. Maybe there's pee coming through. Oh, Katharina, you're pregnant too. I just read it. Congratulations to Morocco. Okay. Slowly come back into the space. And we're gonna do 2 or 3 sharings by voice, like 2 or 3 of you. I invite you to share what came up, what you are ready to share. And if you feel like you don't want to share, you just want to stay in that energy, I would love to read what came up for you. It doesn't have to be right now. You can either write it in the chat or send me a message after, but I'm always curious to know what activates in you. Sometimes it comes in dreams after, sometimes it comes days after, in the most unexpected moments. So I'm always happy to connect and to hear your story and where you're at on your journey right now, because this is really my mission right now, to guide women back into soul alignment, to create a life with all the changes necessary to come back to truth. So if you feel ready to share something, you can just raise your hand and I can unmute you. And it's also an expansion to lean into sharing your truth with the sisters in the space. Eva, I'm wearing your necklace.
Also,
You see?
ja, ich habe gesehen, es sieht wunderschön aus. You look so beautiful, and oh my God, it looks amazing. Oh my God, it made me so happy when I saw it.
She made it, and she sent it to French Polynesia. She's in my sisterhood community.
Yeah. And it looks amazing on you. Yeah, I'm really happy about today's session because I'm leaving London. I lived there for 13 years and I don't really feel like I want to leave it. And I like to forget about that I'm gonna leave it or to make a plan for it. But it's happening. And yeah, it was very emotional for me to burn this paper on that it said London. It's just I don't leave it completely, I think, but at least as my base, I'm gonna leave it. Yeah. And I love the thought that the smoke of the paper will transitions into something new. I'm so glad I did it. And the other one was pessimism, because today actually I had the thought during the day. I realized what stands between me and the life I want. It's pessimism. I'm that's what it is. Yeah. Oh man, I'm really glad I burned these papers.
And what was behind that? What did you see behind the pessimism, behind letting go of England?
I don't know. I feel I'm still not confident enough to fully see the full picture, but essentially, I think it is. It would be maybe even having a family and being successful in my job. Yeah.
And how does it feel?
Passionately in love. Yeah, definitely that.
How does it feel to step into that timeline where this is already your reality?
Completely right. I'm ready. Readiness. Yeah.
Yes, I can feel the soul alignment through the screen. Yes, and it is possible. It's waiting for you.
It's really strong. Thank you. Wow.
You for sharing. I'm gonna pull a card for you later. Please remind me. I'm gonna send it. Oh,
Thank you.
thank you for sharing. Let it out. It's big to step into your desires, because sometimes we don't allow ourselves to really be honest and to go there. But if it's true to your heart, it's waiting for you on the other side.
Yeah.
Thank you. Who else wants to share? You can just raise your hand and I'm gonna unmute you. It's very healing and expansive to speak your truth. Even if your voice is shaky, even if you're crying. You saw me crying, so we're all in this together. Ooh, yes. Nia.
Hi. Hi, Betty. I'm gonna cry just talking to you. I love you so much. I miss you so much. Well, I'm gonna keep it short because I can spiral into these quite some time. But I'm a little bit like not surprised, but really happy that it was the first time where I moved through something and my intuitive, my higher self was like, you know what? You just moved through something quite big, and why not allow yourself a lot of peace right here and now, and nothing can touch you, nothing can harm you. You're safe, and take your time and take care of yourself. So mine was kind of like something in the lines of how was it really formulated? As I'm not doing enough, I guess, in a way, you know, it's more like it has been quite a lot.
Can you repeat the last sentence, please? There was
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was saying that it is not enough. Like I'm doing enough in a way, so it's always enough. And already so many changes have flipped. I feel like I'm on the other side. I feel like I went through a total rebirth, and you were right there with me. And right now I'm like, okay, this is new me. That's quite awesome. And it comes with this self-confidence and comfort that I've never had before in my life. So I think in a way it's kind of like a meeting myself and celebrating. So my high self was like,
yeah. Oh, so beautiful. And yes, I agree.
Thank God.
I agree. You've been through a lot of life changes. Big changes.
Yeah, everything I've loved kind of was released, and I went through my own rebirth, and we were together at the waterfall when you were behind me and supporting me, and I was screaming everything out of me, all of my lungs, all of my horror. I felt like this horror of everything changing and releasing and letting go of myself is moving out of me, and then light came through. So it's
Yes, it was very beautiful to witness. And it's just the beginning. Thank you, my dear sister, for sharing. So for the others to know, she just left Tahiti. She's been living here for many years, and we just met, like, we didn't meet each other like two months maybe. Yeah, but it was a very deep connection. Instant sisterhood from second one. And now she's back in Bulgaria. You're right now, right?
break. I'm taking a holiday. I'm taking care of myself here, and then I'll be back.
Yes, I hope we're manifesting that she moves next door.
It's manifesting, that's for sure.
Thank you, my love.
Thank you.
I'm also gonna draw a card for you. Just remind me if I forget. Okay, one last share. If someone feels ready. Do I see a hand? Yay, Inga.
Hi. As you said, just step over your shadow and share. Yes. Well, guess what? It was my job again that I want to let go of.
I knew.
Nothing new there. But for the first time, besides just letting go of it, I saw something more behind it. And I was very confused and surprised what I saw, because I would have never thought of that before.
Wow.
But somehow I saw astrology and I was sitting there like, what?
Please share your background. Please share what you're working on.
Okay, so my background is quite different. I'm a mathematician working in risk management in the banking sector. So that part and astrology are, not exactly compatible.
I love that so much.
Yeah, and it just felt so aligned and peaceful. So maybe I'll just try astrology and see where it takes me.
Yes, please. Wow.
So we'll see.
Oh, I'm so excited. That's big. That's huge.
Yes, I know.
But I could already feel that you have a deeper side than where it's almost like a bridge to, right? Your job and your inner world are not merging anymore.
Yeah, not at all. So it was more like wandering around, and this was the first time that I saw something different. It was really exciting, and then burning the paper and letting it all go. That's so good.
So beautiful. I can't wait to see where your journey is going.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing. I'm also gonna send you the card. All right, so thank you everyone for coming into the space. So I'm gonna share with you two options if you feel you want to dive deeper, you want support on this journey, because everyone who's on the spiritual journey, you might have experienced, it's not always the easy path. And I have two offers right now how you can work with me. One is my Living Free Sister community, where we have this every single month, and if you join, you will receive 40 plus videos, because I created 4 contents a month and now I changed it into one big circle. And our topics were awaken your divine feminine, release to receive, embody your inner wild woman, inner peace, awaken your sensuality, embody your inner goddess, self-love, all the things we dove into the last 10 months. You will receive access to that, and I dropped the price to 44 euros, and you can exit anytime you want and receive also a 20% discount today. And the other thing is my 10-day home retreat, Rise with Purpose, and Inga that just joined that retreat. It's It's a 10-day home retreat for gaining clarity on your soul's purpose and your next aligned action steps. So if you feel there's something bigger, but it's kind of all over the place, and you really want to gain clarity on what your gifts are, what you're here to share with this world, how to regulate your nervous system if everything goes crazy around you, this is a beautiful journey. And I'm offering for 3 women, if you sign up for this, a one-time 90-minute coaching call, one-on-one with you. So if you feel the calling, these are the 2 offers that I have right now. And of course, my White Soul retreat is also magnetizing the right souls into. You can just send me a message if you have any questions. I will also send you the link. For both offers, I have 20% discount until Sunday, just for you, because you joined the ceremony. And other than that, I wish you a wonderful night, day, depending where you're at in this world. And I can't wait to connect with you again. Please let me know if anything comes up after the ceremony, if anything was present for you, new to you. I'm always so happy to read the words from your heart.